Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I made this very delicious, gorgeous looking eforiro. So subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and let's get started. Welcome to Steph's Cooking, your go-to recipe zone. First things first, let's talk about the ingredients. I have frozen spinach pack. I'm using 2 packs for this soup, onions and pepper for blending, fresh beef pieces, packed shrimps, Maggi seasoning cubes, some freshly cleaned momo. I'm going to dice this, and then also we have dry crayfish for blending. If you have blended one already, that's okay. Palm oil, and then we're going to be using some frozen mackerel. You can use smoked fish if you have, or dry fish, that would work, and then cooking salt. Now the next thing we are going to do is to start prepping. I'm slicing some onions that I would use to season my beef, and then I'm just prepping basically, but then I'll have to start boiling my beef really soon before I continue prepping. So now I'm dicing my pomo, and those onions I'll use some for the frying of the eforiro, and I'm also going to use some for the beef. Now I'm chopping up this pepper because this is the pepper I'm blending. Like I said, I don't like stressing my blender. I said that in my previous video. I don't like stressing my blender, so it's easier when you actually cut them in tiny pieces for your blender to do the work easily. So I'm chopping up this sizable onion. It's also for blending, so it's going into the other plate with the pepper. Okay guys, so now that that is done, I'm going to start spicing up my meat. I'm basically just using seasoning cube, some onion, some salt. Just season it the way you like, but don't add thyme and curry because it's soup you're making, not stew. Okay, so after seasoning, you're just going to add some water, cover the pot and allow it to boil for some minutes. So once my meat is boiling, it's on fire, I'm just going to go back to prepping. So what I'm doing now is cutting up my mackerel fish to sizable pieces, and then I'm going to clean them up. The usual that you do in your kitchen whenever you're using mackerel fish. I don't like head of fish, so I never use them. I really don't like the head of fish, but if you eat head of fish, my darling, feel free to use it. Okay guys, so now that I'm actually done cutting the fish, I'm just going to go ahead and clean them properly. If you don't know how to clean fish, my darling, I don't know if I can help you, but just watch me do what I'm doing. Okay, quick question. Have you subscribed to my channel yet? Like, have you subscribed? If you haven't subscribed, please tell me why you haven't subscribed yet to my channel. You're just watching my video for free and you don't want to help me. Subscribe my darling, subscribe. It's free. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you'll be the first to get notified every time I post. Yes, you are VIP like that. So now we are just going to go ahead and blend the pepper we chopped up in the beginning, and then alongside our crayfish. Okay, as you can see, for this blending part, I'm not using an actual blender. I'm using a mini chopper so that it doesn't blend it smoothly. You just want to blend the pepper roughly, not like big chunks of pepper, but it's just going to be rough so that it will make a vegetable look very nice. You know, I like to eat with my eyes first before I actually eat the food, so it has to look very attractive for you to want to eat a soup that you have never tried, especially if you haven't tried eforiro before. But the key is to blend it roughly. Now I'm adding my crayfish, and then I'm still going to blend it again all together. Okay, if you have a blender, that's fine as well, but just don't blend it too smoothly so you don't have to go as many times as you would if you were making a normal stew, because you don't want your pepper to be paste-like. Another advantage of using a chopper is the fact that you don't have to add water when you are blending. It can blend easily without you using water inside. As you can see, my paste is dry, or rather my blended pepper is dry. I'm now going to go ahead and check my beef. It's boiling nicely, so I'm going to add my momo inside. So I'm going to stir it and then let the momo boil together with it for about 5, 7, 10 minutes. Depends on you. As you can see, there's not so much water inside, which is perfect because it's vegetable soup we are cooking. We don't need water in our vegetable soup. So the meat dries the juice, or rather the juice dries in the meat. So something happened. I lost the clip of where I added my fish. I just added the fish, sprinkled some salt on it and one seasoning cube, covered it and allowed it to steam on top, and then I'm going to also get it out. As you can see, my mackerel fish has finished boiling, or rather it has steamed nicely, and I'm ready to start cooking the soup right now. So the first step is to add your palm oil to a heated cooking pot, and then you can now add your chopped onions after the oil has heated up for a bit, and you can now stir it together and just allow it fry for about 2 to 3 minutes. Then you go ahead and add your locust beans. I don't think I mentioned it in the ingredients, but locust beans is actually bay. It's very nice in your eforiro. Sometimes I do without it, but it actually does make a difference. Once the locust beans has fried for a bit, I can still get the flavor. Then I go ahead to add my pepper blend, my pepper and onion blend. Sometimes I actually use tomato, maybe 1 or 2. But for this eforiro, I am not using tomatoes. I'm using just fresh peppers and onions because that will just be fine, and it will actually help me because it will be spicy. Yes, it's going to be hot because I'm using just pepper. So I'm going to allow it to fry till it's dry as usual. I'm just going to allow the pepper to fry till it's dry. The oil comes up. Can you see that? And then I go ahead to soak my frozen spinach in water so that I can still cut it in smaller pieces. Usually it's like large vegetables that are frozen together. So I'm just going to break it apart, wash it, and then sieve it off. Normally I add salt so that the sand can go down. Once I'm done with that, I'm just going to go ahead and add my beef, which has the pomo inside. Add everything inside my frying sauce and then stir it together and allow it to cook for about 5 minutes. I'm going to season it with some seasoning cube and salt. I season after adding my beef inside so that I'll know how much, so I don't go and add too much salt or too much seasoning cube, and then I'm just going to allow it fry together. So now it has fried very well. I'm just going to add my seasoning cube and salt like I said before. What's your favorite brand for seasoning? I think mine is Maggi Cube or Maggi seasoning. Some people prefer no, but I'm a big fan of Maggi. And I think there's this other one, Niger pot. Oh my god, that one is actually very flavorful. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and add our vegetables now that the sauce is dry, because I'm not a fan of very watery soup. So I'm going to go ahead and add my eforiro, or rather my efo. I think efo is vegetable in Yoruba. I'm going to go ahead and add my efo, which is my vegetable, in my soup. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to add it into the soup now and allow it to cook for I think 2 minutes. After that, I'm going to go ahead with my fish and then my shrimps. Eforiro is one of the easiest food you can cook, or the easiest soups you can cook, and it's always very enjoyable. So keep watching and see what your girl is doing. So let me remind you again, have you subscribed to my channel yet? Have you actually liked this video? You need to do that right now. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add our fish, stir it together like I said before. I've been saying all this. Let's stir it together and then allow it to still cook for a bit. Anyways, vegetable cooks really fast, so my cook time for my vegetable and my shrimps is like 5 minutes. Once you add your vegetable, the soup is literally ready. So you just go ahead and add your fish, and then you go ahead and add your shrimps, and all together they cook for about 5-7 minutes maximum, which is this is because I'm using frozen spinach. But if I'm using normal spinach, in 5 minutes it should actually be very ready, 100% ready. So now our eforiro has finished cooking. It is ready and it looks amazing and it's very delicious. So please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already subscribed, because I know that you need my channel in your life. to just, amplify your kitchen. Ah, English. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I love you. If you have any video requests, please feel free. I'm in the comment section. I'm your girl, so I'm willing to serve you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to see you in my next video. Have a great time cooking your own eforiro. Bye. Also, please don't forget to give me your feedback when you try my recipe.